Hello, this is McDonald-Amaker, Social Work Practice 304. This is the final role play video, and I'm here with my social work buddy, partner, Mr. Amaker. Welcome, Mr. Amaker. How are you today?
All right, how are you?
I'm well. Come on in and have a seat.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. First of all, welcome to Healthy Hearts. Healthy Hearts Agency is an agency geared towards post-traumatic stress disorder and other traumatic situations such as domestic violence, sexual assault, and we also cover batter's intervention programs. First of all, going over some of the services that I just discussed, the lengths of times for each one of those services they vary. And with your referral, as I was looking at it, the time allotted are 8 sessions.
Okay.
Is that understood?
Yes.
Are you familiar with that? Okay. Also, going over the HIPAA law, due to behavioral health, you are covered under the HIPAA law. You have rights and privileges in regards to how your information is dispersed, okay? With that being said, we also here in South Carolina have the South Carolina Act 163 covering confidentiality for social workers. Like I said, my name is McDonald. I am a social work student. I've been a social work student since 2014. And I also am under the governing body of South Carolina and their services. Okay. With the confidentiality law, which we'll go over real fast, as you see, it says patient means a person who consults or is interviewed by a provider to diagnose, counsel, or treat medical illness or emotional conditions as authorized in item here, okay? A provider may reveal confidence with the written authorization of the patient or patients affected, but only after disclosure to them of what confidences are to be revealed and to whom they will be revealed. Because we are social workers are mandated reporters.
Yes.
Are you familiar with that term?
I've heard it before, yes.
Okay. Because we are a mandated reporter, if there are any incidents such as self-harm or harm to others from, that you would say for yourself,
right,
we are mandated to report.
I understand.
Okay. With that also being said, stuff such as child neglect and any type of child abuse situations, we are to neglect. So anything that you tell me that states any of the above, self-harm, harm to others, any type of child abuse, I am mandated to report to the various agencies, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Just so that we're understood on that. Also, with that being said, I reviewed your intake and assessment, and with that, it included your referral. And in your referral, it stated that you have 4 children and a wife.
Right. And
also, you are of the United States. You are affiliated with the United States Air Force. I saw the multiple deployments that you have been involved with, and I just wanted to review that if you are comfortable with doing so right now.
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
If you kind of wouldn't mind telling me where you've gone and what situations you've encountered while you were over there.
Well, like you said, it's been multiple deployments in the past 4.5 years, and visited a lot of different countries. I don't really want to get into them because they're supposed to remain undisclosed locations, but they're all Middle Eastern general regions, and it's just tough being away 6 months at a time, and sometimes you come home for 6 months and then you're gone in the next 6 months, so it's not a lot of time to reaccustomize yourself with your family. You come home with minimum downtime, and then you get trained and spun up and go right back out for your next job that you have to do. So
let me get this correct. What you're telling me is that you're here in the United States for 6 months, then you're off back overseas for another 6 months, and that's been going on kind of consistently here for the past 4.5 years.
And realistically, it's less than 6 months with all your training that you have to do, CBTs, and taking your M4 qualifications and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
It can even be a smaller window than 6 months that you actually have time to spend with your family. So it's pretty challenging to go through that repeatedly,
yes, sir,
numerous of times.
So family is very important to you, as I hear you refer back to the time that you're not allowed to spend with your family due to a lot of the trainings that you're going on and a lot of the deployments that you're going on.
Right.
Now, with those different deployments, are you from the state that you are currently stationed in?
Yes, I actually live about an hour and a half away from where I'm stationed right now.
Okay. And what about your family, your wife's family? Is she from that state also?
No, my wife, she's from Arkansas.
Okay.
And it's kind of luck of the draw where you get stationed sometime, and thought this would be pretty beneficial to be either with my family or her family, but unfortunately it hadn't really worked out that way. You know, people have their own lives, and they have their own stuff going on and everything, so it was kind of one of those hit or miss deals, and unfortunately this, I guess, was a miss.
Okay. Well, like I said, going over the intake and assessment that your organization that referred you here did, we normally do our own intake and assessment also. Mm-hmm. And some of the questions that you're already discussing, or answers, shall I say, that you're already discussing, it kind of indicates to me that a lot of that could possibly be some of the things that you're experiencing. Can you tell me why the agency that's referring you did not clarify a little bit more in the regards of PTSD? What type of situations have taken place that have triggered some of those emotional factors?
Well, I mean, they just want to do every preemptive measure that they can do, and the fact that people have served multiple times in the Middle East, and you know, something either a co-worker can identify or family member can identify as being different when they return is one of the reasons why, you know, they can wind up where we are right now.
So it's more so reintegration back into family, reintegration back into the work aspect.
Right.
That will cause some of those different emotional factors.
Right. Dealing with some of the dealings that you have 8,000 miles away, and then coming back and stuff could be changed, whether it be drastically or slightly. It could be a lot for people to try to reaccustomize themselves to.
Yes, sir.
And you know, sometimes people can adjust, and they can take that on and roll with the punches, and then sometimes people have a harder time reacclimating themselves to something that's different. People are kind of comfortable and used to what they always have to dealt with, but change, whether it be small or it be drastic, everybody can adapt to change all the time.
I understand what you're saying. With that being said, one outlet that you would probably refer to as a goal that you would want to set for yourself, what do you think that might be? Like, say for instance, you know that deployment is a part of the nature of your job.
Right.
You know that you have to be away from your family for an extended time frame. Mm-hmm. What would one goal be that you would identify that you would want to kind of get some clarification right now that could possibly assist with this process that's going to come back up again?
No, just coping skills. Maybe
kind of like reintegration coping?
Right.
Okay.
Or maybe have some group sessions that people can be experiencing the same thing, and they want to relay their opinions, and you can feed off of that to make yourself better. Now,
are you currently going to any type of group settings for military service members who have experienced multiple deployments?
No.
You're not? Okay.
sometimes, you know, just the stigma of needing any kind of counseling would make you reluctant to seek counseling. So,
with that being said, what is the reluctancy behind it? Would it be feelings of,
you know, you don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize your job. People sometimes tend to give you the impression that you seeking counseling will not adversely affect your career, but sometimes those are underlying factors that could adversely affect your career.
okay, I hear what you're saying. So, you and I'm here to help.
Mm-hmm.
You and I need to discuss, first of all, going back to what you're saying, the group sessions with other individuals who have experienced similar situations of multiple deployments like yourself,
Right.
along with the feelings that you have about jeopardizing your job. One of the goals that I heard you say was coping skills. With those coping skills, would you also say that you have a need to learn how to reintegrate back into the workforce after you've transitioned to and from?
Yes, like I said, that's not an easy task after you've been gone for an extended period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So just maybe some little hintful tips or tools or tricks that could make that an easier transition would be very beneficial.
Well, you know what? I do believe there are other support groups out there
Mm-hmm.
that would definitely be a good fit for you.
Okay.
So with that being said, and you already stating that you would like to be affiliated with some of those individuals, how about we look at possibly finding a support group that could better assist with the reintegration,
Mm-hmm.
and also some of those coping skills, how they've managed. Because, I mean, who better to help a person who's actually gone through it themselves?
Right.
That sounds like a plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how about you and I write that down for a goal for the next meeting. This is group meeting 1.
Mm-hmm.
So for group session meeting number 2, you and I can work on from now till next week finding at least 3 different organizations
Right.
that can better, that have some type of support organization for individuals experiencing PTSD.
Okay.
Does that sound like a goal that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That can work.
Goal to find, forgive my writing,
I
a,
don't have to read it.
let's see. So, first goal that you set is for us to find a support group. And I am so proud of you, the fact that you were able to identify your goals right hand, and this is only the first session.
Yes.
So, kudos to you.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir. So how about we meet next week, same time, same place, and go over what changes or experiences you dealt with over the week.
Okay.
And
Sounds
me
good.
personally, I'll go and look up some resources
Mm-hmm.
and throw those numbers your way so that you can have those at your fingertips.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well,
If anything changes, I'll let you know.
yes, sir. Well, all right.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks.
I'll see you next week.
Bye.